I have Parkinson's, food choices, please, and I'm hoping to come off carbidopa levodopa.
Well, you shouldn't come off any medications unless it's appropriate to. So do work closely with your neurologist. Not everybody can come off their medications. There are many people coming off many medications. Everybody can come off every medication. That's very important to not drop those unless it's appropriate to with the help of your doctor. As far as the best things to eat, it would be the same things. It would be the high fat meats, high quality meats with very good fat content, DHA, EPA content, and very low inflammatory foods. Things that aren't going to cause any sort of neuroinflammation. Get rid of omega 6s, linoleic acid, all different plant toxins, all these sorts of things. So doing a high fat carnivore diet, and just see how your body takes to that. Obviously very ketogenic. I mean, it should be, if we're just talking just meat and water, you should be in a ketogenic state, and that's much better for neurological issues as well, for a number of reasons. Ketones will suppress inflammation, but it will also it's a better energy fuel source for your brain. 2/3 of your brain, such as the cortex, primarily runs on ketones, and so now you're providing adequate energy source for your brain, and they can reconstitute into fatty acids in the blood, in the brain, and be used to heal the physical structures of the brain as well. So there are studies looking at ketogenic diets helping with Parkinson's disease. How much this can help will be very much individual, and so don't come off your levodopa unless it's appropriate to. My father has been able to come off levodopa, and he has Parkinson's. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 7 years ago. He was on levodopa for a few years, and he has subsequently come off of that. Not everybody can do that, and he was on it for years before he was able to come off of it as well, and he was doing carnivore for several years. So just be very mindful of that. It's I do get worried when people talk about coming off medications, just because some people do jump the gun and they say, oh, I've been carnivore for 2 weeks and I came off all my diabetes medication, but my blood sugar is 180. It's like, well, then you probably shouldn't have come off your diabetes medication. So only do this when it's appropriate, and do it with the help of your doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Chafee. Carrie, go ahead.
If you want to get inspired regarding Parkinson's, we interviewed a woman for our documentary. She had Parkinson's, and she overcame it with carnivore. And she did carnivore, and then she got stricter and did the lion diet. And one of the things we learned from her was she has all sorts of interesting cuts of meat, like beef shank and things we've never tried before. But she has an incredible story, and she was able to get off her medication with the help of her doctor eventually. Her name is Mimi Morgan.
Necessarily substantiated with experimental data or even observational data, long-term observational data, and so just that best guess at the time, when people doing the best that they could at the time with the information they had available, that stuck around. And then we just repeat these things ad nauseum, and we just, well, everyone knows this. Everyone knows that more protein makes your kidneys get damaged, and yet when people do the studies, they find that kidney function actually tends to improve.